Now let me explain why I have called atheism the best from the beginning. And here, saying that atheism is better does not necessarily mean that I am opposing any community, society, or ideology. Because I have always said that there is a lot of difference between the rules, laws, ideology, and religion of society. To a large extent, I have clarified this fact. But explaining the biggest difference between atheism and all other communities is still pending. In other communities or societies, there are different ways of worshiping God. They give God a form to make it easier to worship Him. Because how can one worship the formless, the one who has no form, the omnipresent? What should be done to worship Him? Some form, some shape, some catalyst is needed, right? That's why in some places the worship of idols is happening. The worship of images is happening elsewhere. Many forms of God have been created, many names have been given, many worship methods exist. All these are different from each other according to the society. But in reality, God is a form of power, a form of energy. And energy is never visible. It can only be felt. It cannot be worshipped or remembered. Let me make it clear with an example. What is the definition of being healthy? Who do you call healthy? Shall I tell? If the easiest and most accurate definition is given, it would be that you don't even remember having a body. You don't remember that you have a body. You use your hands all day, walk with your feet. Do you ever need to remember that you have hands and feet? No, it only comes to mind when there is pain or discomfort in your hands or feet. Otherwise, you don't need to remember this fact, at least not mentally healthy people. So when you are completely healthy, there is no pain, no illness in your body, then you will never remember that you have a body. That time you become more of a consciousness rather than physical existence. Only then the energy inside you, whether you call it God or soul, controls the body. Then the body is just like a car whose driver is you. So God is also like that. If you have to remember Him or worship Him, it means you have some problem that you have to remember Him. Otherwise, continue your religion according to nature. Eat when you are hungry, drink when you are thirsty, sleep when you feel sleepy, and this you have to do no matter which society or community you are a part of. So atheism does not accept all this. This does not mean that an atheist does not believe in God, because belief or disbelief does not make any difference. That energy is always inside him. He is just healthy. He is not in pain, so he is not compelled, not forced to remember that energy inside him by worshiping it. He does not remember energy, does not worship energy. He just works according to the energy, which is his duty. Now, whether he does something good or bad, it is his choice. Because every object in the world has a duty, like the duty of fire is to burn. Whether a child puts his hand in it, or an old man, a man, or a woman, it is not bound by any emotion or affection. It will just do the work of burning. Now, whether a person illuminates his house with that fire or sets the house on fire, it is his choice, his action. But the fire will not change its duty due to his actions. That is why his duty is only to eat when hungry. And who is responsible for these good or bad deeds? Upon whom does this entire responsibility lie? It lies with society or the community itself. Nature hasn't placed any barriers for any living being to eat or drink or breathe. These barriers are also created by society. Money is needed to buy food. Where did this rule of money come from? Money is also needed to buy water. Money is needed for the house. All these rules have been made since society was formed. And due to these rules, society has divided humanity, nature, into categories, into high and low, into wealth and poverty. The laws created by nature govern the universe, but crimes are born due to the rules and laws created by humans, societies. And crime can be identified even if you do not belong to any religious community. For example, it is written in doctrines of almost all communities that we should not hurt others, we should not steal, etc. But do we really need religion or a community to understand what is right and what is wrong? Even an atheist knows that hurting someone or stealing from someone is wrong, unless given a valid reason. You can kill an animal for self-defense or for food, but not just for your enjoyment of hunting,